All right, time to do an unboxing and show you some saltwater rigs. As some of you already know, I'm going to try to go saltwater fishing sometime in the future. And this unboxing actually has a little bit to do with it. In fact, I can't wait to actually get into this one. I really want to see if my idea I have in my head works with what RigRap sent me. Now the other one is FishLab. I bought this FishLab stuff and RigRap sent me this. They do send me stuff from time to time. So they sent me one of the big reds. And this is the lure locker. That is what I want to look at. Another big red. A 4-pack of the orange, which I'm going to be using these too. And then what is this? This is, I think these are the pinks. One of these will work, hopefully, with what I want to do here. Now let's look at the lure locker. It's kind of cool. You can actually have 3 things in here at the same time. Once I figure out how to open it. So what I'm hoping that I can fit in this one, the lure locker, this is basically a popping cork, which is something that you would use to catch skipjack with. In fact, a lot of saltwater techniques have been moved over to catfishing. So pay attention here when I show you how this is made. But before I show you how it's made, will it fit in the lure locker? Oh, it doesn't fit. I was hoping these would fit in here. So you can see it bows out a little bit. But hey, this is perfect for, you know, float rig for catfishing. Like if you're drift fishing and you want to have, you know, a float rig ready to replace another one. And I'm not talking about a fat one like this. Here, let me show you. I can pull one out of here. Actually, I have a RigRap pink one that only holds one. Now this is for dragging, obviously. So it's a really long leader, or longer leader. I don't go too crazy with my dragging rigs. But look at that. Let's see if the hook fits. Perfect. I don't even have to wrap the line up. I'm just dropping the line in there and putting it over there. So hey, something for catfishing. I can actually have 3 of these in here. That's cool. So these are definitely worth getting. The reason why I had this pink one right here, which is in this box, which are these, is because I put it in my rig pack. And I can make a bunch of these and keep them in the rig pack. But I go through them so fast that having 2 boxes with 3 each of these dragging rigs in will definitely be a positive thing. A good thing. There we go. I can put that back into my rig pack later. And these will still be useful when I rig them later. Now he did send these just in case it didn't fit in those. And these are the big deep reds. 165-48. And I'm 100% positive I can fit a popping cork in here. And mind you, these are big popping corks. They're not small. So yeah, fits in there. Not only does one fit in there, I could actually put 2. Not bad. Now before I actually wrap this up, I'll show you what I got going on here. I got a long 30-pound fluorocarbon leader here on the bottom of the popping cork. So you want the flat part of the popping cork to go towards your rod. At the end of the leader, I have straw snelled these. These are Eagle Claw Laser Sharp Circle Sea Hooks, 2-aught. I read somewhere these are really good for snook and live bait. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going down to Florida for the mullet run. And the finger mullet is what I'm going to use with this rig, which, you know, they're about that big. They're about the size of your finger. And you hook it just like you hook a shiner, up under the jaw, out the nose, and just watch the fun happen. Because they are crazy. Like, if a snook is chasing the bait, it will jump out of the water with your hook on it to get away from the snook. Last time I was there, we were just freelining for the snook, and we missed a bunch of snook. I'm hoping that having this popping cork will help slow the mullet down so we can have more hookups. Now, I am using a very carefully made polymer knot on the bottom. This is fluorocarbon, so it can cut into itself when you make a polymer knot. And then another polymer knot on the top, and this is 50-pound monofilament. And this is to keep everything from tangling up. This is the same thing you do with a Foley spoon. And you can do a Foley spoon with a popping cork or a sinker. But you need this thicker line above your weight or above the popping cork just to keep things from twisting up. Now let's see if I can get these in here. I'll do one at a time. I do want to wrap up a few of these clackers or whatever, just in case we lose them to mangroves, rocks, oysters, sharks. Rather not spend my time rigging out on the saltwater. Rather be fishing. There we go. Got 2 in there. Hey, that will work. Here's the popping cork I'm using. DOA clackers. Now, as a quick bonus, I'm using the RigRap cutters to cut all my line. Alright, let's unbox the big box. This is from FishLab, which is partnered with Akuma, which is somebody that I'm partnered with as well. Wow. That's a lot bigger than I thought it was. This is too a little bit bigger. This is the small size. Now first is this. I got this for my boat. I've been using this for boat and bank fishing, but I'm going to move everything to this and just use this as bank fishing accessories. Probably just keep it in my truck. And all this is a tackle bag. They're small tackle bag, which is pretty big, which is good. And I might talk more about this in the future. Let me open it up real quick just to show you the insides. This is just for not saltwater. This is for everything. Oh yeah, they got bigger, nicer looking trays. Big area that I could put sinkers in. Probably big enough for 10-aught hooks too, because I do keep 10-aught hooks with me for bank fishing. And there's 4 of these in here. So this will be a great addition to my boat. Be able to put more tackle in here. Be able to keep some of my striper gear, my carp gear, all in one bag. It's one of the problems I have right now. Like, my striper stuff is separate from my catfish, and my carp is separate from everything else too. So being able to put it all into one bag is going to be awesome. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a separate video of what I have in my tackle bag. I actually do those videos every now and then. I'm just curious to see if any of you are interested in it. Now this is for saltwater. It looks bigger than what I thought it would be, which is a good thing. Oh wow. It's like a It's a fanny pack, but it's more, you know, a hard pack. And what I was going to use this for was just to toss my extras in. You know, like these clackers. I won't use this. I toss that to the side and just, you know, toss all my extras in here and have all my saltwater gear in one fanny pack. With this saltwater gear I'm using right now, I am not being complicated. I'm being very, very simple. If I can just toss stuff in here and be done with it. Maybe even have some pliers, some gloves for tarpon. That reminds me, I do need to get some gloves before I go down there. I think this should work out perfectly. Now let me show you my next rig. And some of you may recognize this. This is called the knocker rig. It's basically a circle hook. These are the Owner Tournament Mutu hooks, 6/0. They say use 6/0 to 8/0 when you're going for tarpon. And this is a tarpon rig. For the bottom, I've got it straw snelled on 100-pound leader line. I've actually added a bead. A lot of people don't use beads, but I have seen a few do use beads. So I'm going to do my knocker rigs with a bead, just to kind of protect the hook and the knot in the line from the sinker. If you think I shouldn't be using a bead, let me know. This is also about 5 foot of leader line. And what I'm going to put this in is the orange ones. These orange RigRaps. It should fit in here just fine. Yep, it does fit in there. Then I just wrap it up. I've done this before with my normal sinkers. My normal river sinkers will fit in here. This is a lot of line though. A lot of thick line. With no swivel. There you go. Replacement knocker rig just in case a shark bites through the line. In fact, here's a knocker rig on my alligator gar rod. If this can handle alligator gar, it should be able to handle tarpon. And I'm taking a big chance at making my own FG knots. See if I can give you a closer look at that. That is a very difficult knot to do, and I don't know if I'm doing it right. We will find out when I go saltwater fishing. This is an Akuma Record Chaser rod with an Akuma Avenger bait runner reel. I have 2 of them rigged with knocker rigs, and the other one is rigged as free line. So it's got about 5-6 foot of leader line, but just a hook. It doesn't have anything else. And then I have the DTR Custom Popping Cork rods from Akuma with a popping cork on there. Or the clackers. And the reel I have it paired with is the ITX reel. I saw someone using a combo like this catching bull reds. I use these to catch skipjacks because you can flip them in the boat. So catch skipjack, flip it in boat, flip it in the boat, flip it in the boat. You want to catch them and get them in the boat as quickly as possible. And I can do that with this combo. It's stiff enough, it's strong enough. It's not cheap. A lot of people want to do the cheap Walmart combos for skipjacks, which is understandable because they're cheap. I just realized I forgot something on the freeline rig. I've actually got one of these on the freeline rig just to help control the mullet. These hooks are for the bigger mullet. Mullet get like that big. Well, that's what these hooks are for the bigger mullet, for big tarpon, for stingrays, whatever big that bites. That's what this is for. And this should, like these, help control the mullet so it doesn't, you know, get away from what I'm trying to catch. It's like having a mini balloon on the line. Also, the beads I'm using are the Whisker Seeker beads. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different than what I normally do when I do unboxings or rigging videos. Please let me know in the comments below or with the thumbs up or thumbs down if you think this was worth filming. Hopefully this will be a Tuesday video, but it may end up a Thursday video if I can't catch any fish before I go to Florida. I don't know if I'm going to have time to actually edit videos while I'm down in Florida, but I do intend on recording as much as possible for you guys to see. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch my video. I really, really appreciate it. And I definitely can't wait to get down to Florida for the mullet run, and hopefully we won't get rained on too bad. It's a long 900-mile drive, and I am taking my boat. I also have a friend coming with me, so he's going to help me drive this boat down to Florida, and then we're going to hit the water hard and hopefully catch some fish. So stay tuned. You never know what I might catch next on my channel. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you next time.